It's time for our daily dose of cope, and we have Chichi Kachiyama back at the correspondence desk. Now, the faces that she's eating, she's like, but what about the liberals? They were supposed to just own the liberals. That's why they were like, go America, own the liberals. Well, Baka, the leopards are eating your face again. They got the day that they voted for. Now let's jump into some of these stories. But before we go, are y'all liking Chi-Chi's new wig? I'm liking it. I'm liking it, Chi-Chi. We're going to start with a few tweets. Dave is a little peeved. He says, trade war, I voted for you, but now you're effing me. He was okay if they were effing somebody else, but now you're effing me 3 times over. Gas going up and tariffs. Donald J. Trump, I work in a warehouse that is going to lose their jobs to you. I work the produce department. We use local when we can, but gosh, we have to supply our stores and we can't because of the tariff. He is terrified. That's what you voted for because he told you he was going to put tariffs on. And y'all should have known when he was talking about concepts of a plan. He does not have actual plans. I want to remind us all that we, Americans, are paying for these tariffs. When you tariff another country, they bring the goods over here and we pay the additional cost. So Evan talking about we are taking in $2 billion a day from tariffs. That's because we, the people, are paying that. Yay. So the Mash Man says, and losing $1 trillion a day in the market makes absolutely no sense. Another post from the Mash Man. He says, I voted for Trump and thought he was the better candidate, but I'm honestly second guessing that decision. What is the point of this trade war? Things aren't perfect in America, but inflation was coming down and rates were going to be cut soon, which would have boded well for the economy. So some people can acknowledge that inflation was actually cooling off. They won't all admit it, but at least he is. He says, now we're looking at an almost for sure recession. Absolutely. See, this man has a little modicum of sense. The worst part about it is the interest rates are still actually rising, even though the market is tanking, which is going to create a whole cluster F of major proportions. My bad. I'm not going to redo that. So Douglas says, so the art of the deal is letting every country on earth know that if they raise interest rates by dumping U.S. treasuries, we will fold. And to that, the Mashman says, I voted for Trump and I'm beyond embarrassed how he handled the tariff situation. Literally pissed off every country on the planet. How could anybody be that stupid? He should have allied with everyone and just focused on China. Now nobody is going to help us. He's going to not only have to backtrack, but maybe even give concessions just to get what we had before all this mess started. And the worst part of it is, since he decided to come in and just like act like he's a big old bully, like, I'm strong. Now everybody is just coalescing against us. And China has better communications and has better rapport building with these other countries. So now who's going to partner up with it? The companies here in America that had trade partners globally will have a harder time because of Trump. And, I'm a bully. They're all going to be screwed because of Trump and his tariffs and Trump's trade war.
Hello, MAGA. Thank you from China. Because your master Donald Trump, now the whole world is united against the United States. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't know if somebody needed this, but here it is, just in case you did. The golden age. We got First Lady Elon Musk. We got Trump and all this alpha maleness. And then we have big face JD Vance. Just in case you need this, take a screenshot. Enjoy. Someone needed that today. So I got this article from the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit. They caption it with Mine Owner votes for Trump. Trump starts trade war. Mine owner has to shut down mine and let go of 200 employees. Mine owner blames China, not Trump. So sometimes they are blaming Leon Scum. Sometimes they're blaming Biden. Sometimes, they just blame everybody except Trump. But Trump is the one that said he's going to tariff people. He said this in his campaign promises. He's doing it, but they still won't lay blame on Trump's feet. They just won't do it. All right, here's the article. Tariff fallout. Mine owner blames China's actions, not Trump's war shutdown. Existing China tariffs made business difficult. Recent retaliation made it unsustainable. When Utah Iron abruptly shuttered its mining operation in Iron County Wednesday, some were quick to point fingers at Donald Trump, blaming his tariff policies for the closure. But one of the mine's owners, George Adams, says that narrative is not only wrong, it obscures the real problem. They're not Trump's tariffs. These aren't tariffs imposed by the U.S. government. They're tariffs China puts on anything coming from the U.S. And when they doubled them overnight, we couldn't absorb the hit. So he doesn't understand retaliation. Trump had an action. The action was his tariffs. Now, China's reaction is the retaliation, and they're matching us because we have this dictator that's like, tariffs, and then China's like, bet, I'm going to do the same. And it hurts American companies because now they can't sell their goods to China. We had relationships with other countries, and now those relationships are breaking down. Not going to do this whole article, but he says what Trump's trying to do is get balance. We can't keep living with these huge trade imbalances. Hopefully this brings everybody to the table and we get an equal and fair trade. Still, he acknowledged the human cost. I'm going to support our president, he said. But that doesn't change the heartbreak for the men and women who lost their jobs. That's the part that really hurts. The thing is, we're not going to get people to the table the way he treats people, the way he talks to people. He has no diplomacy. He doesn't really know how to talk to people. Like some of the vulgarity that he's using, some of the things that gets other Republicans clapping is not what's going to bring people to the table to actually negotiate. So, yeah, these people that sell to China, they are literally just going to be screwed for a while.
Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
Colored MAGA will forever baffle me. So this man, he was like, I can't defend this. I don't know what's going on. Neither do we, dude. We don't know either. During an appearance on CNN's Table for Five, Black Americans for Trump coalition member Malek Abdul came clean and admitted he has no answers or excuses for the president's chaotic week. Speaking with the panel as he singled out mixed messages from the Trump White House as the tariffs rolled out that caused the stock market to tank before expressing his dismay. During his long monologue, he professed, it is what I can only describe as a very chaotic week. Because you're right, a lot of the things that you pointed out, Donald Trump, they were full-throated in this, and this is the thing. It was the certainty that this is going to work. And as the market got that little bump and they say, see, this is what deal making is. This is the art of the deal. And then we see a different story, he continued. And it is the messaging where you have Donald Trump saying one thing. You may have White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt saying another thing. You may have Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick saying another thing. Then you have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying another thing. That's because these people are dumb, opposite of smart. These people are not very smart, and they can't really have a good message because Trump is erratic. And Bessent in his press conference said that this was all part of the plan. We are going to do this all along, he added. Now, this is before the market tanked the next day. We're going to do this all along because we wanted to see who our partners were. And he specifically said is that if you didn't retaliate, you would be rewarded. So if I punch you and you don't punch me back, it's going to be like, yay. So you just sit here and take this punch. And they really thought that these countries were going to go for that. Silly, silly people. All right, so Abdul continued, that's just not how this sort of thing works, he lamented, and it lets you know that there was no strategy. It was a lot of shoot from the hip, and I say this as someone, I always have to remind people that I voted for the man 3 times. This is not what I expected, but this is what we all got because people like you voted for him. Now we're going to end with this man. He is a little peeved that people are cheering that he got exactly what he voted for. He is sitting up here upset at us. He went viral, though, because he voted for Donald Trump, who said he was going to put tariffs on. And everybody's like, yay, you get what you voted for. He's like, how dare you? But I said to him, yes, we love that you're getting what you voted for. Caitlin says, let me fix it for you. I thought the bad things wouldn't happen to me, like my business was going to be helped and their faces would be eaten. He was asking people to be kind, and Lady says, why didn't you judge Trump with the same criteria? Is he kind? Is he polite? Is he sincere? Charmy says, you were okay hurting my family. You just thought it wouldn't hurt your family. And now look at these people. They don't have no faces no more. Like Carrie Elizabeth says, have the day you voted for. Many of these people deserve to feel this because they voted for this. If you're on TikTok, just go over here and find him at Patri Hits. If you're on my YouTube channel, here comes the video. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share.
I love this for you. I love this. Nice. I love this for you. I love to see you fail. I love to see your family be affected and hurt because you voted for Trump. Yeah, I voted for Trump. Absolutely. Did I know he was going to increase the tariffs? Yes, I did. However, I thought that the infrastructure would be set up prior for small business to come back to America and manufacture in America. So to wish ill on someone and to love the fact that they're suffering, to love the fact that their family is being negatively affected because I didn't vote the same way that you did is fucked up. It really is. It shouldn't matter. Anyone that enters my life, I'm going to judge you of who you are, how you are as a human being. Are you kind? Are you polite? Are you sincere? That's how I judge you, not who you voted for. I've got far left-leaning friends. I got far right-leaning friends. It doesn't matter to me. I like you based on who you are. But to see someone hurt and their business fail and their family be affected because they didn't vote the way you did, it's fucked up. I'm sorry, a lot of you are fucked up. I'm sorry. We should all care about each other regardless of who we voted for. I'm sorry. I hope you guys can be better people. Good luck to you guys.
There once was a group with a curious case who thought, let's elect some leopards to chase. They'll munch on the weak, the poor and the lame, but surely for me it won't be the same. Oh no, dear, what's that I see? A leopard is lunging directly at me. I thought I'd be safe, I thought I'd be fine. Now I'm the entree with a nice glass of wine. Arrived all hungry and spry, taking a nibble, oh my. But wait, cried the voters, this wasn't the deal. The leopards just grinned, your face is a meal. So here's a hot tip before you invest in predators, promising you will be next when cheering for feasts. Don't act so surprised when your face is on the menu, freshly tenderized. Oh no, dear, what's that I see? A leopard is lunging directly at me. I thought I'd be safe, I thought I'd be fine. Now I'm the entree with a nice glass of wine. So here's a hot tip before you invest in predators, promising you will be next when cheering for feasts. Don't act so surprised when your face is on the menu, freshly tenderized. So grab a napkin, let's raise a toast to voters who swore they wouldn't be roast. But when you back beasts, don't whimper or cry, 'cause dinner is served and you are the pie. Let's raise a toast to voters who swore they wouldn't be roast. But when you back beasts, don't whimper or cry, 'cause dinner is served and you are the pie.